That's something that all of us can actually do. Try and figure out what beliefs we may have about ourselves. I'm messy, I'm lazy, I'm unattractive, I'm not confident, I'm not invited into the social situations. If you think back to some times in childhood with parents, with family, with friends, in school, just imagine some experience in school right now that you think quite probably affected you heavily. Maybe it was a certain friendship group or bullying or some mistake you did, whatever it was, like a time you got into trouble. And try and think to yourself, like, what belief would have formed because of that experience? And if that belief doesn't serve you, destroy it, abandon it, replace it with one that does. The beautiful thing about our mind, and also the catastrophic thing about our mind, is that it will absolutely destroy or build you. Everything you have is all based on your mind. When you think about it, like how can a parents cause so much psychological damage to their children? Mind control. Tell them they're worthless. Make them believe it. So they can do that, so why can't we just reverse it? Just the same way that friends told you, no, you're not invited. Why don't we almost close our eyes and almost say to ourselves, like, yeah, I'm socially connected. I've got good friends who do invite me to stuff. I'm confident. I'm very well kept and organized. And especially if you keep telling, like, you dive deeper into the story, especially. So you say, I am invited into social situations because those guys invited me, and I went up on stage and I spoke in front of like 50 guys in Hamza's call, and people were typing about me in chat. And also, there's someone else replied to my message in this, and also this. Just as if our parents, or sometimes teachers for me, honestly, teachers, bad friends, whatever, just when they used to say something bad about us and then say, because you're so messy, because you always make mess. You always misbehave because you do this. Those went deep internal inside of us, and we've got these, like, we've probably, I honestly think we've all got at least 5,000 beliefs that don't serve us inside of our mind. And I promise you, there's quite a lot of those beliefs that when you take one out, you genuinely 10x how much money you're making. You've literally just seen this with me in front of you with Adonis Academy. My belief was that if I sell anything like this program, I'd be a scammer, a salesman, a businessman. I'd be seen as negative. People will make videos about me. Oh, look, Hamza's scam product. It's like Hustlers University or something. And so I literally didn't make Adonis Academy. I literally thought of this. I knew the name Adonis Academy over a year ago, and I didn't make it because I had this belief that this was like wrong. I had this belief that people would say these things about me, and that turned into fear. And that fear kept me inside of this, like, this little comfort bubble, whereas my edge was out here. And so for a solid year, I still gained some success and still had some good moments, but I certainly didn't live up to my potential in my own eyes. It's interesting to think about. You've got 5,000 thoughts inside of you right now, 5,000 beliefs about yourself, about the world, about what you do, about your purpose, your mission, your goals, who you are, what you do, what you've been through. And they don't serve you. In fact, they take from you. And you can genuinely choose within a few minutes to just rewire them. The moment that you actually find one and you literally just choose to not believe it anymore, and you replace it with a new thought, like a new belief, and you start to, like, actually, like, argue for yourself and change it into like a positive argument. I am clean. Like, this is, sometimes I'll do this to myself, like, yeah, I am clean, and I'm like, just, like, I'm just tucking in my bed sheets a little bit. See, I am clean. It's like, that's really all it has to take. A positive belief pays dividends. Everyone's looking for the investment, the return on investment. Let's put our money into stocks and real estate. It's like, form one good belief, honestly. That's the return on investment. That's like 50% ROI easily. Maybe 5,000%.